So we've got ourselves another Evo. This one is a paid one as well. 50,000 coins or 200 points. Passes per Paradise. Immerse yourself in Passes Paradise where the game flows seamlessly and every ball is delivered with flawless accuracy. I mean, I'll take it. It is the very first, I believe the very first, 96 evolution. We are getting a quadruple playstyle plus from this as well, so stay tuned for that. Now, in terms of the levels, it's only 2, which is absolutely blinding. Play 4, assist 3, play 4, assist 5. 8 games in total, so still not the quickest evolution we've got, but it most definitely is an interesting one to say the least. Now, obviously, you want to see what playstyle pluses we do get. So let's go into the golds and we can go through and see which ones you want to go with. So if I can find somebody without a playstyle plus, Swanson will do. So on the first level, so if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. We get 0. It all comes on this second level. We get whipped pass, incisive, pinged, and also a bit of tiki-taka. We go up a exponential level. Obviously the 96 will only go up to the 97, and in terms of the upgrade we're looking at 3 dribbling, taking it to a max of 97, 92 max on stamina. We then get 15 passing, so we get pretty much the 99 passing, and then we get the 4 playstyle pluses as well as then the cosmetic upgrade on top of it. Other than that, that's the standard we get. It's just as much as we earn. So first and foremost, the first person I kind of thought about with this would be a Patrick or a Gullit. He has been in many upgrades in itself. We would get ourselves the tiki-taka from this. So that would be the one or the first playstyle plus we would get. If we were looking somebody with a double playstyle plus instead, and rather than going for the 3, we would get, if we can find anybody with a double here. Who's got a double? Anybody? Oh, there we go. Griezmann has got the double. So the next set would get is the tiki-taka, then the pinged pass would be next. If you are going for somebody with already 1 playstyle plus on this, you would then end up with, it's no good with a Rodri because he's already got the tiki-taka. So if we go with, say, somebody like, Foden would be great if it won a loan. Let's get rid of these loans. I don't know why they're on here, but let's get rid of them. So if we was to go for somebody like Lewandowski, you'd end up with the tiki-taka, then pinged pass, and then the incisive. So the whipped pass is going to be last, which in this aspect is not the worst in the world. Now, someone like a Gullit is always going to be a big advantage for a card because it's going to whack him up. It gives him that upgrade, goes to the 97 as well, gets a tiki-taka, he's already got the pinged pass, so it's not a bad upgrade. Now, in terms of everything else he's getting, it's not the biggest upgrade for him. Like, his defense could still with a bit of work, but with an anchor on top isn't the worst you could get. You get the quadruple, and this is kind of the final times realistically that we're seeing the likes of a Gullit or even like a Patrick that we'll have a look at with this big upgrade on him. So it's definitely worth a check now of, should you just do it? Should you just get these big old cards that more than likely will end up with an upgrade at some point? Should you just do the upgrade now? So let's go over to foot.gg to see what sort of options we've got here, because Gullit's going to be a big one, Patrick's going to be another one, and I can imagine there might be some 96 footies that might have the upgrade as well. Just saying that also, if you've got some 96, for instance, we have got, say, Thuram on this. He's already got a quadruple. You're just going to get the upgrade on the obvious stamina as well as then the passing. So let's have a look into foot.gg. I think they didn't have many trended yesterday, but we have got the eligible players. So if we go by overall, I do want to check if foot bin have this as well, because sometimes they can be a little bit slower with the players. Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes they just don't have all the players in straight away, but I personally prefer looking at them in this way rather than seeing them down here. This is just, there might be a way to change this, and I keep going on, but it's such a, I don't like it. It's a bad interface. I want to change it back to the previous one. But you are obviously now looking at some Team of the Years being able to go into here, as well as then some of the Road to the Final winners in all of the competitions, as well as then a few more. Because naturally we only have the overview of 96, max of 4 playstyle pluses, which you're not really getting many 5 playstyle pluses in this anyway, as well as then the 10 playstyles. So it's already a very only set limit. Like, you could just go with someone like a beautiful centre back, and he doesn't get no kind of playstyle plus upgrade, which is fine, but naturally he gets the 99 passing as well as a bit more on that dribbling as well. Just throws that extra on top. As you'll see from the upgrades in themselves, we get the 6 overall, so it's going to take a 91 all the way to 97. You get the 10 dribbling up to 97, the passing on a 15, and then the stamina to a 92. So it's very good for any sort of centre mid, even fullbacks. If they've got high defensive stats, it's not bad whatsoever. So it's going to be an interesting one to say the least. When you look at somebody, for instance, someone like a Patrick is going to be a very good aspect to have, because naturally he already has a high level of defending and physical. So we're going to realistically look at the 94 here. You're already going to have a very high level of defending physical. Shooting, not too fussed about, is predominantly a DM. But as you can see, the passing and dribbling are at a lower advantage, whereas Gullit, they're considerably up across the board. For someone in that CDM nature, it's going to be a very big upgrade to say the least. So say we do go with this one specifically, we'll end up with the beautiful tiki-taka and incisive. So that's already a great level to have. He's already got the pinged pass, which is beautiful. And in terms of stat upgrade, we're looking at 11 on the passing, 7 on the dribbling. It's a fantastic upgrade for the card. He gets his quadruple playstyle plus. It's a lovely upgrade for an all-round benefit. Then you could even still go. You could even go for a hunter for him and just whack out as much box-to-box game as you physically can. You could stick with the anchor and go with a controlled lengthy still and make him into now a 99 DM in terms of in-game nature. I mean, that is a very good level to have. Like we said with Gullit, he's going to be another one that most definitely is in this category that you're thinking, okay, he most definitely will be up there, but he's already got high levels of passing and dribbling already compared to Gullit, but then doesn't necessarily have the defending, but he has a bit more on the attacking, meaning it is an all-round pretty solid card in itself. So again, you'd go with an anchor level on this, and you'd give him 96, 98 centre mid vibe, as well as then having the quadruple, the 99, the 97, great defending, physical and pace, and shooting's already up there. It's going to be perfect for them sorts of players. Even looking at someone like a Pedri, this would be to kind of finish the final article for him, but it wouldn't necessarily be the one I personally would go with, because he already has such high levels. This is going to be great on that CDM that just doesn't have the level that these cards can kind of give to themselves. So, for instance, I'm hoping the players are here now. So, say we look at somebody in the 95 range. Like, Caicedo's always a great shout. Like, it's a final product for him. He realistically isn't going to get a footies at this point, I don't think. This was kind of the final kind of card for him. You can see, in terms of the level of a card we get, it's going to be 4 on the passing, 3 on the dribbling, but he gets that quadruple. He puts himself in that kind of aspect now where you go with the anchor, you've got yourself pretty much a 99 DM everywhere. You go with the hunter, you're going to get yourself more of a box-to-box sort of card that's kind of 90 and above everywhere else. It depends on what you're looking for in the card. I think anchor's an absolute perfect one for him. But again, it all depends on what you're thinking for where that card wants to go. Enzo, 96 on the passing already. Is a free passing and a free dribbling going to really change the card massively? Probably not. I think the defensive aspect is a big one. So looking at a DM or even somebody of the cam nature who's got great pace and also shooting, but doesn't lack, say, the passing, but has the dribbling, it's still a good trade-off to have. Conte is obviously another one. He's going to have incredible amounts of defending physical, but then the passing is good, but the dribbling could be better. So this is another one where I think, okay, we could really level up this card. He's already got the quadruple, so you don't really get the benefit there, but whether you want to keep him in that sort of DM sort of role, throw then the anchor on him, again, 99 DM. Easy, Bob's your uncle, beautiful. I don't know if we're going to have any trending as of yet, but we can certainly have a look, because it will be the same cards. Like, don't get me wrong, you might find, because there's no positional value for this, you might find a few of the names that are up here. So like, you could throw like a Pedro Neto in it. Realistically, you're not doing that. It's very much on the centre mid vibe. Like, I could easily take out most of these cards and just go with the CDM, centre mid and cams, and they're going to be the positions I personally want. So you look at someone like a Dembele, not really feeling it. He's already got the triple. You don't really want to throw that quadruple on him, and he's already got some top end level on the dribbling already, so you're only getting a 1. And passing, is it really his main game? I want shooting, I want end game sort of levels. I want the low driven, to be honest, from him more so than anything. Whereas Vitinha, it's going to up his passing game. Still might not be the greatest shout. You're kind of looking more for the DM, if I'm being honest, because you're looking at that Patrick vibe. You want to make the most out of this as you personally can. So if we leave it as just a DM, you're kind of thinking somebody like, if we go a bit further down, somebody like a Loftus-Cheek is a great example. I know he's a centre-back in this, but he can play that DM where he is more prevalent. You throw this on him, that just exponentially increases this card massively. We get himself already the quadruple, so that's fine. But you get himself a 15 passing bonus up to that lovely 98. You got 9 on the dribbling as well. It's a beautiful upgrade for him that really puts him either as an outrageously good defensive centre-back or a very good centre defensive mid. You throw, again, the anchor on him, you've got yourself a perfect CDM, a 99 CDM in game. So it's a very good evolution in terms of especially some of the more popular cards that you're going to get out of this, depending on where you're going to go. So I want to know just who you're going to go for in general. I'm interested in position. I do think the CDM would be my personal favourite on this. If you're looking at, if I'm just going to give you an example of somebody like a Madueke in this, it's not going to be the prettiest card in the world. Again, it's not the worst option. I don't think it's totally out of the realms that you could throw it in, but is it really giving you what you need? Now, obviously the dribbling's going to be pretty decent. Pace I could probably see being fine. So you could go for maybe the shooting and dribbling as sort of this card. So you go with like the finisher. You're going to get yourself a 98 winger, but with obviously this specifically, quick step and finesse are the only two that you're going to really use. Pinged pass is nice to add onto the aspect, but I'm using this winger to run down the wing and try and shoot, or potentially as the kind of like that right forward more so than anything. Whereas with then the pinged and the technical, I know the next playstyle plus I would have to add to this card has got to be a low driven or something along them lines. So it's not totally out of the question. It's most definitely up there to say the least. Don't know if there's going to be any trending just yet, but we'll keep going until there is. Obviously, as we go further down, like a Suarez might not benefit too much from it. I mean, it makes his dribbling bonus is going to be pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be the one thing that I would say. Having that extra bonus on the dribbling is fantastic. You could then just go out and out with that Hunter, max out the 99, 98, 99 passing, 97 dribbling, already with the 93 physical. I mean, it's not the worst option in the world, especially because he's already got that quadruple. So for him, it could be a well worth card that you go for. So it's definitely not out the question. I just think CDMs with the amount of passing that you're going to get to put a Patrick and level him up that much, because I don't know if he's going to get a footies. I'd like to think Gullit and Patrick both end up with a 99, but because he got a shapeshifter at 97, I know Gullit's definitely going to get one, with the last one being, what, a Dream Chaser I think it was, or whatever the 94 one was. Patrick's only just had one at 97, so unless they're thinking, okay, well, that was just a side project, we're going to get a 99 DM version, that could kind of sideswipe it a little bit. Suarez is another one that more than likely ends up with some sort of footies. I'd imagine so at the very minimum, just to have that messy link at a 98 at the minimum. You can see that coming a mile off. So there is options that you can go with. Obviously, like someone like Benzema might not plead too much from it. I would have definitely been waiting for the quick step, whereas someone like Suarez has got the playstyle plus is already in its level. Like, you've got the quadruple, you're quite happy with the level that he's at. I mean, it's not going to be the worst thing that you do. Now, somebody like a Hakimi, I suppose, again, it's not necessarily the worst. He gets the pinged pass. He's already got the intercept and a quick step, which is fine. You end up with a pinged pass. Technical, you throw away a little bit. And he gets himself the lovely pace passing of 5, 2 on the dribbling. You throw an anchor on him or something along them lines. Just anchor just for the easiness of it. it's a solid trade-off. Like, don't get me wrong, that is a pretty solid card. It's just whether you think that is worth it over getting a considerable upgrade on the passing. Like, you want more of a 10 plus. So it is most definitely a... It's not a one shoe fits all. It's kind of it's got a bit of everything in it. So it is very interesting to see where the kind of popular votes are going to go with this. I think someone like a Vitinha or a João Neves, who has already got the dribbling to that level, the passing element, getting the final to the 99 is not bad, but whether that's worth doing over someone like, I say, with a Loftus-Cheek, that could be the interesting side from it. Obviously, someone like a Beckham's always going to be a fantastic one in terms of maxing out that dribbling. But again, the passing's already at 98. Whether you'd really want to take that to that final aspect on a +1, I don't think so. I think you'd be looking more towards somebody without that passing game. Somebody with the kind of like 89 sort of aspect and bringing them up that way. So it's always going to be interesting to see who people go with, especially opening up that next caliber of players looking at that final. So like a Theo Hernandez is going to be a great example of this. In that DM we know is fantastic. The one thing you've always got to remember, he's going to get a transferred card if they do bring them out, which I think they will. So he's going to get the Al Hilal, or I don't even know who he went to, but he went to a Saudi league. So he's going to get a transferred card at more than likely a 99. So whether you want to use this on this CDM version to then potentially get a left back that is a 99, totally up to you. You've got to kind of go with the future on that sort of aspect, but it will make him into a pretty all-round sort of centre defensive mid, to say the least. Now, I do think there's loads of options you can go with, and I could sit here all day picking apart loads of players, like we can see with an Mbappe. Look at that. From the team of the year, he doesn't get the finesse, which is probably the only thing. He has the Travella. I mean, it is Mbappe, the same thing. Again, he will get a 99 SBC, so you've got the 99 already. Whether you think that 99 is well worth doing, he doesn't have the finesse either, but he doesn't have the low driven in this one specifically. So whether you want to wait it out, other than that, the stats-wise and stuff is still phenomenal, as you can imagine. You can literally just max out as much as possible. So it's loads and loads that you can go with when it comes to the kind of popular votes of it. So if we look at just some of the other populars without going in, R9's obviously going to pop his head up there. He does have the low driven, the rapid, the finesse, and then adds the pinged pass. You could then go ahead and whack the kind of hunter on him. Just absolutely destroy every aspect for him. 99, 97, 96, 97. You could even just go with a finisher and just max out that agility balance if you really wanted to. Again, it depends on what you want, but we know as a 96 R9 goes, it doesn't matter about the evolutions either. He's still phenomenal. It's still R9. That's the kind of point of getting to these cards. It doesn't matter what points you give them. It is still phenomenal. Now, obviously, Neymar is going to be another one with the fact that we did get the factor of the 2 crossroads. This is going to be another one that could add a solid level to him, especially if you do manage to get him into something prior to this as well. So Choose Your Adventure is going to be a great one if you can get yourself this version of the card as well. So Neymar's a great one because we know he's not potentially getting another upgrade being in the Brazilian league. Mia Hamm obviously there as well. Gullit was always going to be a big one. We do have, this is another interesting one. I skipped past him kind of in a previous Evo. This would be his third 99 stat if you can get it on him. It's always interesting to say the least. I think he was, so it's 16,000 coins. You throw this on him, he's going to end up with the incisive if we can click onto it. Because he's already got the pinged pass, so he would end up with... Oh, no, the tiki-taka, sorry. He's already got the pinged pass, which is one of them. So, obviously, from here, you could throw in whatever. You go with the anchor on him. It's a pretty well-rounded card, to say the least. It's 99 across the board in them 3 aspects. 95, 99, 99, 99, 88, 96. It's a 99 centre mid in terms of in-game. I mean, what's more to love in that? Yes, the playstyles aren't necessarily the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best, to say the least. But them 99 stats are always interesting in kind of a flexing sort of aspect. Obviously, a lot of Neymars. Matuidi, going to be always a great shout. Them stats are absolutely beautiful, to say the least, as well. And then we go Pedri, I'd probably miss out on. CR7, I mean, again, you could throw it into here. This could be one that I personally go with. You've got the dribble and deliver if you really wanted to go there. That would give him... What does he have in this version? He has... So give him the technical. Could we just remove that one if we... I just want to get, if I can just X, I can't X that one. If then, say we go for this 93, because this one I haven't evolved at all yet. So if I just went straight on to this specific Evo with him, because obviously his dribbling and passing could do with the upgrade, he'd end up with, he's got the finesse and the rapid, pinged pass and tiki-taka. Don't get me wrong, I'd love the low driven, the quick step, whatever, but needs and must, if we looked at that and then went with the hunter for him, 98, 97, 99, 97. He's going to get a 99 eventually. We know that. But as a needs must at the moment, could be an interesting one. We know the 99 SBC at the very minimum isn't going to come out anytime soon. So again, it's not the worst option to say the least. So lots and lots of options to go with. I want to know down below who you're going for. I think if you've got a Neymar at this point, if you've held him out this long, this could be the time to go for him. At least then we know he's closer to that 99 because we know 96 evolutions are here now. 97s won't be much further along the line, especially with the growing kind of FC26 leaks. We need more and more to get us to that 99 in general. So let me know down below who you're going to go for. Very interesting kind of evolution for 50,000 coins. I'd say it's pretty worth it. Let me know down below what you're going for. Catch you all for the next one. Peace.